Infinity Files on this Friday morning. A question: did a U.S. senator get away with murder? A lot of people forget the story of Chappaquiddick or have never heard of it in the first place, but that will all change today when the movie Chappaquiddick comes out in theaters. The U.S. senator I'm talking about here is the late Ted Kennedy, the youngest brother of President Kennedy and U.S. Senator Robert Kennedy. At one point, America's Emerald Kings. But that ended in July 1969 when Kennedy drove his car off a bridge after a party on the small island of Chappaquiddick off Martha's Vineyard's coast and killed 28-year-old Mary Jo Chappaquiddick. The story was front page news around the world, but really just for a day. I found something kind of interesting. It was only front page news for a day because it happened on July 18th, 1969. So it was at night. We had a one-day news cycle. A day later, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed on the moon, and that bumped it from the front page of the news. So why has it taken 50 years for this story to be told? Well, according to the movie's producer, Brian Allen, quote, "Very powerful people try to put pressure on me not to release this movie." Those powerful people, of course, for a time, the Kennedy family itself, and maybe the late senator's best friend, Chris Dodd, the former senator who left the Senate to become CEO of the Motion Picture Association of America. After the accident, Kennedy could have been charged with a whole lot of stuff. He could have been charged with manslaughter, drunk driving, vehicular homicide, and driving without a license. Instead, he pled guilty to one count of leaving the scene of an accident. He went on to serve another 40 years in the Senate. He even ran for president in 1980.
The cause endures, the hope still lives, and the dream shall never die.
He would lose that Democratic primary to Jimmy Carter in 1980. In many ways, his life was tragedy and triumph all at the same time. But there is a dark side to Camelot. And a piece of that story that's been shrouded in mystery for the last 50 years will finally be told starting today.